Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my Onshape tutorials. I'm going to do a series of different videos showing you how you can maybe make a game piece. So I'm going to show you how to do one that's extrude, which is the most basic, okay? One that's revolve and one that's loft, and they're kind of a little bit more advanced depending on what it is that you want to do with your game piece, okay? The extrude one that I'm going to do is really, really basic, but essentially you can make any shape out of this. I'm going to be making a little circular game piece, similar to a piece of dowel. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go into here. I've already opened up a new file. I've already gone to Onshape. I've already gone to Create, and I'm going to go to it's actually this one here. I've gone to Game Piece, and I call mine Game Piece Extrude. And what I'm going to do, the first thing I'll do is I'll sketch. I'm going to sketch on the top face there. Okay. Now that I've got the top face chosen, I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to turn that off so that I don't have to see all that ugly stuff. Yeah, great. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a circle. I'm going to draw the circle from here, and I'm going to make it that big. I don't know, how big is that big? I don't know. It says it's 67 millimeters. That's far too big. If I'm going to be making a game piece, I reckon it probably needs, oops, come on, click, dimension. What did I just do? Dimension. There you go. Maybe it's going to be 25 millimeters. Maybe 20 millimeters. I'll make it 20 millimeters. 20 millimeters looks about right to me. Now that's my shape. It's just a circle, yeah. But you might decide to create something that's in the shape of a car, or you might decide to shape just to draw something that's in the shape of a bicycle, you know, something like that. Whatever it is that suits yours, you know, pizza roller or whatever it is that you're going to do, yeah. So I've got the first one done like that, and that's all I'm going to do for my sketch. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go back to here, and you can see that that's there like that. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to extrude it. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to extrude it up. 25 millimeters is the default. I'm going to make it. 50 millimeters. Yeah. Hit enter, and I'll just go back to there so it zooms it out a bit, and that's it. Yeah. So that's my piece finished. It's pretty boring. So what I might do is I might go to this fillet. Yeah. And I'm going to fillet that down. Not 4 millimeters. Let's try it. I said it was 25 millimeters, didn't I? So I might make it 12.5. If I said 25 millimeters radius, 12.5. I see it goes red, so I can't do that. What happens if I say 12? Oh, maybe I made it 20 millimeters instead. How about 10? Yeah, 10 millimeters works fine. Okay, great. That's it. Done. Happy. Okay, so it's pretty boring. So I'm going to add something else on. I'm going to go to that face there, and I'm actually going to turn the front face on. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sketch here on this face here, but I'm going to draw a construction line, yeah? And this here is a construction line. So if I click that, yeah, and then I click, I'm going to do a center point rectangle, and then I click that. Note that if I go center point and then the lines, can you see how the lines are dashed and dotted? They're dashed and dotted because they're imaginary lines. So they're, imagine if you're drawing a drawing, it's the pencil line that you will erase. Yeah. So I've just drawn a square like that only because I figure that's the easiest thing to do. And now I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to go to circle, and you'll see what I'm going to do in a tick. I'm going to grab that out there. I'm going to pull that out to about there. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to draw a circle there and draw a circle there. Okay. I'm going to go to the measurement tool. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to make that, let's say 44 millimeters, because that looks good. And I'm going to go to that, and I'll make that one 44 millimeters as well. So what I've done now is I've created two circles that are the same distance away from the center point of this extruded piece. Okay, so I'm going to hit OK, and I'll go back to here, and hopefully you can now see what I've got. Yeah. So I don't know that you can guess what I'm about to do, but I'm going to use the extrude command again, and I'm going to go to extrude. I'm going to extrude that one and that one. I'm not going to add, I'm going to remove. I'm not just going to take it from one side, I'm actually going to take it symmetrically away. Can you see what's happening now? I'm deleting, I'm removing that part there. So blind 25 millimeters will work, yeah. Sometimes you might need to make it larger, and it doesn't matter how big you make this. If you make it that size or smaller, obviously if you make it not big enough, then it's not going to extrude everything. You can see that Oh, that's actually quite cool. It just takes it that much off there. But I'm going to take the whole lot off like that. And then I'm going to hit OK. So now you can see that I've got a piece that's got a little bit of a, it's got a little bit more of a ergonomic feel to it, I guess. Yeah. So I like that. But the last thing I'll do, and again, you will find that the majority of your features are going to be extrudes and fillets. Yeah. So I'm going to go and fillet. I'm going to hit that one there. I'm going to hit that one there. That fillet there and that fillet there. You can see a 10mm fillet will end up making it look like that, which is no good. So I'm going to try a 4mm fillet. Yeah. And now it rounds those edges off to make it just nice and a little bit more ergonomic for when I'm using the piece to move it around the board. Now that's 25mm in 20mm in diameter and about 50mm tall, and that looks okay. Yeah. And if you're making some plain old pieces like that, then sure you can do that. Yeah. You could combine this way of creating a piece with other ways of creating pieces, and I'm going to show you some other ways of creating pieces in my next couple of videos. Okay.